Can you guys hear the music still? I can hear the music.
No one can. I don't know why you can hear it. That's
you're
crazy.
on
That's weird.
LSD.
Also, your look is coming together with that haircut and those Elton John glasses. You're finding it, man.
Can you guys hear the music now?
Can you guys hear it now?
All right, hold on. We're going to start over. All right.
Can you still hear it?
No.
That's weird. For some reason I can hear it.
No, you can't. Don't
Yeah, I
You can't
lie.
hear the music. You can
It's
feel it.
It's a
Okay.
real problem, Anthony.
It's in
if
here.
You can still hear the music.
all right. Okay.
And now, the newest show to the True TV lineup.
Tell them
Beat the Dudes
All right.
with Brendan Eyre, Greg Stone,
No,
Anthony
no, 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 no.
DeVito.
It's not. Take it from the top. Take it from the top.
Tell them.
The host introduces our stars. So, and here's your host, Brendan Eyre, and then I introduce our Hollywood stars.
Okay. One more
Also,
time.
if you're going to mention the True TV lineup, tell them what's coming on before and what's coming on after. People love synergy. So mention the Carbonaro effect and
Sure.
mention some
Practical
magician
Jokers,
that
huh?
pranks his ants or whatever.
It's the same show.
Well, one and the same. Can you? There it is. Kicked in, baby.
And now, the newest addition to the True TV lineup. After the Impractical Jokers and before after the Impractical Jokers. Beat the Dudes. With Brendan Eyre.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on another exciting episode of Beat the Dudes. I couldn't be more pleased to be here today. We've got a very exciting lineup of stars filling out the boxes today. First of all, you may have seen him everywhere. Welcome, the one and only Mr. Greg Stone. Greg, tell us a little bit about what you've been up to.
I've been living in quarantine with all you guys, hanging around, waiting for the quiz show, everybody. Welcome to have me.
I am very welcome to have you, and I couldn't say it's been more of a pleasure. Now, one thing I have been hearing on a lot of the message boards, track jackets. You're big in track jackets, and people are saying they're coming back simply because of you. True or not true?
Totally true, Doctor. It's true. They're coming back.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being on the show once again. Always a reliable square. If you're watching on home, my money's on Stone. Now, our second Hollywood star filling in the dude corner, Mr. Anthony Stone Cold Bad Haircut DeVito.
What's up?
Anthony, what's going on over there? How are you, my friend?
What's up, y'all? I'm 22 years old. I'm an undergraduate. Right now I'm studying liberal arts, and I'm looking for a shorty that's thick like Nick.
Yes, which Nick are you referring to?
Nick Vesuvius. He's my man.
Is that just a guy you know? Or,
Hell yeah, man. He deals me designer drugs.
Fantastic, and he's nice and thick the way you would prefer a woman.
That's what I'm looking for in a woman. Ladies, if it ain't champagne, it ain't rain. So what's up? Holler at your kid.
Very nice, very nice. Always a pleasure to have you. Wearing some wonderful sunglasses today. Now, dudes, stars, the squares that make the hairs, my main men, you're playing with today are, yes, Anthony. Question, as always, welcome on the, what's the name of this show? The Dude Squares?
Beat the Dudes.
Beat the Dudes. Questions are always welcome. Go ahead.
My mom is calling me. Can I pick this up?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, great. Because you never know, you know?
Yeah. Okay, well,
she calls you every 5 minutes.
I want to know what, in case it's
Come on.
Mr.
Can't call her
Stone,
back?
I want to see if it's an emergency, man.
Well, the gentleman in the bottom right corner takes a call from his mother. Would you be offended if I introduced our citizen contestant of the week?
Introduce away. I'm just, introduce.
Coming to us from Astoria, Queens today, playing for the ASPCA, a gentleman by the name of Dan Harumi. Mr. Harumi, welcome to Beat the Dudes. How is this? How do you feel being on TV, being on television?
Thank you. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling good. I'm here to win.
Now, are you nervous at all facing the undefeated dudes?
It's a good nervous. It's up here.
Yes, like when you meet a young lass for the first time and you feel that little tingle.
Mm.
Oh, it's hot in here. Hot in the studio.
Yes, it's those lights. It's those bright Hollywood lights. Now, Mr. Stone, I'd like to get your
your mom okay?
expertise.
What?
Yeah. How'd the call with your mom go, by the way? That's common occurrence on fucking Jeopardy. Jesus Christ.
She found out, yeah, it was indeed an emergency. I'm glad I picked up. She found out that on Amazon you can order food.
You heard it here first. On Beat the Dudes.
Honest
Amazon
to God, what she learned.
does sell food.
By the way,
now,
in her mind, that warranted a phone call. just
Round of applause.
And I'd love to do my intro over again if I could.
I'd say I see no problem with that. Ladies and gentlemen, in your actually on the recording screen, which square is Anthony in?
Bottom right.
Ladies and gentlemen, in your bottom right corner, coming through, Mr. Hollywood, Anthony DeVito. What do you got to say, Anthony?
Man, thank you so much for having me on my own game show. This is great. I just wanted to, earlier I was trying to do like a character. You remember that show, MTV's Next?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
We all knew what you were doing.
Yes.
It's pretty clear.
All right. I want to make sure everybody knew that. But this is the real me.
Oh, the real you back.
Now you got
I
the
don't
real
know
me.
that. I don't know which is the real you. So this could be the trickery.
Well,
For all I know, you like a
soon-
girl who's as thick as Nick,
well, that's actually
Vesuvius,
true.
sells you designer drugs, according to yourself. Now
Actually,
we got.
carry on. Everything I said before was true.
It's still lined up, man.
That's true.
Now we've got to keep things moving along, of course, on Beat the Dudes. Today's theme: animals. Now, Greg, how do you feel you're going to stack up with your animal knowledge?
Well, I'm pretty confident in my animal knowledge. I've dated a bunch.
Hey.
Oh, hey,
You know, I have been with a bunch of dogs. I have been with a bunch of elephants.
Man, his 20s was like going to a zoo.
oh, man.
It was like a safari. I wouldn't even let him in the car, you know? Let him stay out there.
You have to charge admission to go to Greg's crib.
So wait a minute, Brendan. You may want to talk about is Harumi playing against us? Explain the rules.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I needed to get everyone's take now because Harumi needs to know everyone's strengths and weaknesses. Anthony, how do you stack up in animal knowledge?
You know, that's a great question. As a matter of fact, I might do quite well because I have been watching a lot of these Disney nature documentaries. And as you guys know, I do have feral cats that I keep in my backyard. So I'm pretty connected to these fellas. So
Yes. Is it your understanding that they are feral cats, as in Pharrell Williams, as opposed to feral cats?
Yep, they wear big hats and they make beats for me.
Nice. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, Mr. Harumi, if I can explain the rules to you, you will be playing in the first round. You will be playing against these two gentlemen, noted Hollywood stars. They are the dudes that you must beat. And I will explain the buzz-in system on Beat the Dudes because it is not what you would consider traditional. In order to buzz, in order to answer a question, you must first say buzz, and then you must speak in the manner of an animal. Animals don't speak except for parrots. So you must speak.
We don't know that.
Dolphins talk.
Yeah, we don't know that. So
Well, they speak to each other, but okay, Yes,
Yeah, just
great
like
points. The
Russian
dude-
people or Polish people,
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. The
Australian
the-
people.
The
Yeah.
dudes often correct me, and again, as always, they're right.
I'm
a
taking
beat
5
down-
points from you off the
I'm a
bat.
Yeah.
beat down piece of shit.
You
I
ain't.
don't
You
know
ain't.
how
Your job ain't
this-
secure. Ever,
Okay,
as a host.
animals other than parrots don't speak English. What you must do is to buzz in, you must say, Buzz, Anthony, I refuse to answer a question.
All right.
Okay,
Fair.
go ahead. But I think they don't speak English. Go ahead, ask away. Anthony?
Ask.
Oh. I think I've heard a parrot speak English.
Yeah, man, I fucking said except for parrots.
I gotta get my sunglasses.
Okay. All right. Make that more clear next time.
No, that's as clear as it can be. I said animals except for parrots don't speak English. What
All
would
right,
be a clearer way of saying that?
I can't think of one.
Yeah, because it's impossible. Now, once Greg gets back, I need to make sure Greg can hear this so I can explain the buzzing. Greg, can you hear me?
Sunglasses show. I seem to think this is,
Greg looks
I
like the
think that-
Terminator, right?
well, I don't know if y'all noticed, we got 2 eyes, 1 eye, 2. Oh, I didn't mess up the math. I thought everyone would be wearing a different amount of eyes exposed if I had put sunglasses on, but that's not true. Well,
Almost,
Anthony's
I think
eyes, half eyes. He's got, because you can kind of see his eyes.
Yeah, you can see.
You're the only way to achieve your goal, I think, would be
3.
with 4 people. It's hard. We need a 3-eyed man and a no-eyed man. But anyway, the buzz-in is you've got to select you got to say buzz, then you've got to select an animal and say in his voice what he might be saying in English. You know, we don't know. For instance, a squirrel might be saying, I gotta find these fucking nuts or whatever. You know, that's the buzz-in. Is everyone clear on that? Dan, the dudes are always clear. They're professionals. Dan, Mr. Harumi, is that clear to you?
Yep.
Okay, do you have any more upbeat music that could come in at certain times? Nice. Getting right into round number 1. Your first animal question. We'll start with an easy one. I think this should be rather a gimme. Question number 1 on Beat the Dudes. Prepare those buzzers, boys. 1. What is the largest animal on Earth?
Buzz.
Greg Stone, the dude in the upper right with the buzz in. Let's get your buzz in first.
Alligator. And he says, croc, croc, quack, quack, eating all the ducks, swimming in town and talking to some schmucks. My uncle's Jewish. And I believe the largest animal is a whale. It's a kind of whale.
I will allow you 4 seconds to modify your answer with more specifics.
Big ass whale in the ocean for 300 points. My machine's broken.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you 300 points.
This arm is broken.
I will award you 300 points and then subtract 50 points for the broken arm of your little microphone. Does anyone want to try and top Greg? Top Greg's answer. It is possible. He's right, but he is not specific.
For sure. Yeah, because I have to know.
You've got to buzz, dude.
That's the game. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wait, did you just say, I have to know? Like you speak it like you're English? I have to know?
It's like Yoda.
Yeah.
You don't talk like that.
All right. Man, can you come over here for a second? Yeah, what's going on?
Buzz. You have to buzz and then say an animal.
This is the animals talking.
But you
These
never
are two
said
animals
buzz.
talking.
You never said
All right.
buzz.
Buzz. All right, Buzz. Here we go. Yeah, what's going on, Gaia? Man, it's Suri. What's wrong with Suri? It appears, Gaia, through the night that our matriarch has indeed passed. Did a lion get her? No. It's just, this is what happens with us. Eventually, as elephants, we die.
Beautiful. That's very well done. Very well done.
Mhm.
Now, the buzz-ins don't generally generate points unless very moving. 50 points for that buzz-in.
I'm going to give you 3 of my points. Write down 3 of my points because I was moved.
247. Yes, excellent.
I was moved emotionally by the story of the family of elephants.
Okay.
And I love that you didn't tell us our elephant up front. We had to find out later.
I tried to hide it. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's a great storytelling.
The names were wonderful touches. Gaia, and who else was involved?
Suri.
Yeah, wonderful names for elephants. Just what I would think an elephant would name each other. Now, your answer, please, sir.
They watch a lot of 30 Rock. The human brain.
Negative 200
Worth
points.
it. Worth every second. Worth every second of saying it.
Greg said whale, and I said literally he's right, but we need more specificity, and you've answered with the human brain. That is worth negative 200 points. Mr. Harumi.
Hang on. I'd like to defend that answer real quick and take note that within the human brain is everything, right?
Yes.
Every animal that you can even create exists only within the human brain. Without the human brain, maybe these things don't even exist. So he could be right because the human brain is essentially the size of a galaxy. It's infinitely big.
Inside the human brain lives the ultimate animal of all. Man.
I will tell you, first of all, in the upper right-hand corner, we have the dude, Greg Stone, with an excellent upper left, with an excellent point. I will tell you this. First of all, I
give all my points to Greg for that.
You have negative points.
Then he's got to take on my debt.
Greg, don't accept those points. They're negative. Now,
you're raining on me.
This is what I will say to you,
I got an
Mr.
umbrella.
Stone. Your point was wonderful, and for it, I will award you 20 points. However, I will not adjust Anthony's scoring, nor will I accept the human brain as an answer going forward, only because, given your logic, the human brain then could be the answer to every question ever asked on this show. So
I think you figured it out.
Road. We cannot go down that road. Therefore, it cannot be accepted as an answer. Anthony stands at negative 200.
Freak.
Mr. Harumi,
I'm a gene freak.
Do you care for the steal?
Buzz, meow, meow, meow. Cat, cat, cat. Blue whale.
Well, okay.
And those were 3 cats, or that was 1 cat?
That was a family of cats. That's speaking only cat.
You get 200
They also
points.
exist in the brain.
200, yes. Yeah, we
all got points for that.
200 points for the correct answer. The blue whale can grow up to 110 feet long. How about that?
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that if it wasn't in your brain.
Yes, drop the brain shit. Now, Dan,
you got to watch your girl around whales.
200 points, but minus 75 points for your buzz-in. I feel that when cats say meow, they likely do not mean meow in English, because that would be confusing. I think when they meow, they're saying something different, unless your idea is that cats are just going around trying to tell people meow, which is the word associated with what cats say.
Yeah, it's deep, man.
Question
Sorry, I'm
2.
getting a text from Barack Obama.
Shit is deep.
Oh, what does Barack Obama have to say, Greg?
It's who he's actually endorsing. Yeah, I can't tell you.
Man, we're gonna wait and see. That's exciting.
Oh boy, that's exciting. I like that you're on that decision-making team. Question.
Well, we
2.
had a good going back and forth last night. Anthony for 5 points.
What the fuck happened there?
I had to cleanse my throat. How often during this game can we play the race card?
Each player
Very
gets
good question.
1 race card per game, and use it sparingly. Now, question 2, and this goes in the category Price is Right rules. Who's ever closer without going over? You know it. You love it. Bob Barker, get your cats and dogs spayed and neutered. Anthony, take that responsibility with those Pharrell cats in your backyard. Okay.
They make too many hot beats, man. I can't. They're my money makers.
Now, how many ants Not AUNTS, because that Anthony would know. That guy's all he's got are ants. How many ants?
No, he's got no ants. He's got one ant left. He had 10, but like the Kennedys, they've all been mysteriously disappearing.
Well, I'm sorry I brought that up. Sore subject. How many ants are there on the planet Earth? I'll give you a clue. It's a fucking lot of ants.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be closest without going over. Gets the win.
What? What'd you say?
The closest. How many ants are there on the world?
That's a great way to put on the world or in the world.
Both.
On the world. Is it on the Earth or is it in the world?
On Earth, in the world, whatever you want. Just how many ants are there?
Can I ask you a question during this show?
Yes, absolutely.
How many people are in China?
I think 1.8 billion or something around that.
Okay, gives me a better sense of numbers. Great.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, does anyone want to go first? Yes.
Right.
Buzz, I'd like to answer that question, but also ask another question before I get to that question. How do I buzz? Same animal thing?
Yes. For round one, the animal thing stays through and through.
Okay. This is Midas the dog. Hey, Anthony, were there any ants that when they passed away, you were like, well, this one wasn't that big of a deal? Of all of the, and remember, this is Midas, not me, because you had so many ants who died.
Yeah.
Were any of them like not as big of a deal?
All right. Yeah. If I have to answer honestly, Midas, and I'd like to treat you with the respect you deserve. At the time, Aunt Michelle was not as big of a deal, but as I've moved on with my life begrudgingly, I wish I didn't feel that way.
Wow, you gave a really real answer.
You're a really real dog, so
and I really appreciate that.
Dan, could I get a little music here? And that, my friend,
I didn't answer the question.
I know you're coming back with you. And that, my friend, is a Beat the Dudes first. A dog asking another dude a serious question about his dead ants. Now, Greg, back to you with the answer.
I'm going to say 700 billion ants.
Okay. Greg goes with 700 billion. Who wants to take the next stab at it?
Buzz.
Okay, Dude Anthony.
It's your dog, Rusty, from your childhood. Rusty dog. What was the most painful memory you have of as a child?
Rusty, it's so good to see you. Rusty passed away 7 years ago. He had a lot of tumors. The doctor actually said that they were not, but that were benign. But we learned later that they were not. Good to see you, Rusty. What is the most painful memory? Now, do you mean which emotion? Give me an emotion, like sad or physical pain, or fear. What?
Sadness.
What?
Sadness.
One more time.
Oh, sadness.
Sadness. Probably the saddest was when we had a family friend pass away of lung cancer, and I, for some reason, at a very young age, put together that because we saw him smoking, he used to smoke with my mom. I had put together that, my mom is going to die of lung cancer, and I couldn't get it out of my head, so I just dwelled on that for a week, and I was sad for a week thinking my mom was going to die. But it was other than that, and then my grandmother, a couple of my grandmother died. I was sad. But for some reason, that moment was the moment I realized my mom was going to die, and it was very sad. Rusty.
First of all, 50 points to both of you for showing emotional vulnerability. I thought that was wonderful. If I could say before you answer, Anthony, and as you know, on Beat the Dudes, everything from the host is but a mere suggestion. There are no rules, but maybe if you could refrain from asking each other devastatingly sad questions going forth. And I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying the network has that. I've got the network in my ear, and they're saying, pick it up, God damn it. We got people watching the show. We don't want, this isn't a fucking, but you know, we've never been beholden to network rules before, so do what you will. Now, Anthony, how many ants are there on Earth? Greg Stone has already said 700 billion.
You could call me Greg.
I keep it formal. I am the host, Mr. Stone.
Now, are we talking, what encompasses an ant?
Well, anything that is an ant.
Okay. No, but okay, so fire ants are also in the ant category, yellow ants as well?
Yes, I don't understand why that would be a question. Any variety of ants.
Simply buying time. 500 billion.
500 million, you say?
No, 500 billion.
500 billion. Okay.
500 billion. 500 billion, Brendan.
Mr. Harumi for the steal.
Buzz?
Yes.
I'm the Geico lizard.
Who's that? And
think
who
I'm
is
Australian.
that speaking?
Am I Australian or some kind of European?
It could be a European of sorts.
He's from New Zealand, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to save you some money on your car insurance.
Oh, you're going to save 13%. Oh.
The best would be you missed a golden opportunity. You would have won 1,000 points had you said, I'm a Geico lizard. I can save you some money on your car insurance. And that's a raccoon talking. That would have been 1,000 points if it was just a diluted raccoon. But you can't win them all. Now, your guess as to how many ants are on the Earth. Price is Right rules. Closest to the number without going over.
100 billion. Excuse me.
Okay, why? First of all, Greg has won. Did any of you fucking watch Price is Right? Why wouldn't anyone said 700 billion plus one? That's how you do it. That's how you beat Greg. You get everything above him. Greg
there could be
wins the
less.
points.
It could be less, though.
There's nowhere near less. You know how many ants there are on the
trillion.
Earth? There's 1 quadrillion. I couldn't even understand this number. I had to look it up. You know what it is? It's a million billions. There's a million billion ants on Earth. That's too many
and
ants.
Here's to you, ants. Fucking like cats out there.
600 points to Greg Stone. And that's another, I don't normally share my own opinions on on Beat the Dudes as the host. That's considered uncouth. But that's another reason I don't believe in ghosts. Because if there were ghosts, they'd mostly be ants. And you never see ant ghosts. That's the thing. The ants have ruled the earth, and you never see an ant ghost. I mean, the place would be fucking crawling with ants. But anyway, on to question 3. This could be a 6.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
This is a two-parter. First of all, I think the ants are lying about their numbers the way Trump lied about the inauguration. Second of all, I think ants are so tiny that when they are ghosts, you don't notice them. Do you ever get these mystery itches in the night?
I do, but those are not mystery itches. Those are real ants. Every time there's a mystery itch, look at your body. It's an actual ant crawl. I figured this out. I have ants crawling through my home. I am like they're seeking revenge on me for something.
They might be. Maybe. I wonder what you could have done to the ant world years ago that they would be so pissed off at you.
It was canceled in the ant culture.
That's rough.
Yeah,
on the ant blogs.
He used the N-word on an ant podcast. That son of a bitch.
Now, question 3
Here's
will
to
be,
you, Kano.
And Mr. Harumi, thank you, dude expert Stone. Mr. Harumi, this will be new to you. The Hollywood dudes know this, of course, as a frame of reference, often used on the Beat the Dudes game show. Number 1 in the ratings, 10 years in a row.
Yeah, boy!
The answer to this question, you do get points for the correct answer, but you could also get an equal number or even more points for an answer that you explained that I think makes great sense. Okay?
Did you say Greg? Did you say Greg?
No, I said if you get a wrong answer, but you explained it in a way that I think is quite sensible, you could get more points even than the right answer. Question 3.
Oh, sorry, Obama again.
Did he say who he's endorsing?
Yeah. What's
No,
he
but
saying?
he. I'll give you a hint. Rhymes with Ormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels.
Oh, Orny Adams.
He's endorsing Stormy Daniels. You heard it here first, folks. Barack Obama will be endorsing a slut.
Yeah, boy.
Just kidding. She's cool by me, but I like sluts.
Yeah.
I
Now,
think we need to take the power out of that word. That's like saying
both of
Italian.
Very similar. Now, both of the dudes hail from the great state, the Garden State, New Jersey. Question number 3. Again, correct and incorrect answers accepted. What is the state bird of New Jersey?
Buzz.
Dude,
I'm buzzing
Stone.
in for Anthony because I know you know this.
Interesting. A buzz in for another character. 30 points for Greg.
So now I become the character.
I meant
I'm taking
contestant.
back my Buzz. I know what it is.
A
Buzz. I'll do a
take-back,
bird.
30
I'll do an
points.
animal. I'll do an animal. And you guys, for 3 points for a side game show I have going, guess what animal it is.
Okay. Wonderful.
I don't know. Why would he wear that here? This is an elegant soiree.
A poodle.
Yeah.
No, it's
Maybe. Yeah. No, I like the poodle as an answer.
Downton Abbey.
That's not
close.
an animal.
I would say
Hey,
that
British are
Harumi is
animals to me, bro.
it's a snake with a monocle, and he's also wearing a suit, but his arms are just flapping because he's got no arms, like that's it. I'm going to say it's the golden whooping bird from Trenton, New Jersey.
And your
The
reason being,
golden whooping bird.
You don't want that golden whooping bird to come to your window. You get that golden whooping cough. Everybody knows that.
Or you get a big old ass whooping if you did something wrong.
yeah, I'll whoop your ass and take your gold, motherfucker. Sorry, excuse me. Anyone want to try and top that answer? I will say this. It's already garnered Greg 500 points because it's exceptionally close.
Is garnered good or
Yes,
bad?
you've been given 500 points.
Not if you fucked James Garner in my high school and you got garnered, it was a bad thing. Tell you that.
But then what about that Jennifer Garner? She's attractive.
True.
She's doing those credit card commercials.
Very
a lot
true.
of people say that's a fall from grace. I don't say that. But she's in and out in a couple of hours. Get the money, Jenny.
Totally,
That's
man.
what I say.
They don't get show business. You're absolutely right. It depends on the Garner. Now, getting back to the question.
Obama, Google Garner. That's right. My phone is. I don't have Siri. I have Obama. He just Googles everything for me.
Greg,
He's
I'm in
busy.
town, so I got to tell you.
Hey, that wasn't bad. Sorry to cut you off, Anthony.
No, I didn't have anything else to go with that. All right.
Dumb shtick.
You need an animal, right?
A buzz, and then an animal, and then the state
Listen, dog, you son of a bitch. I'm a cat, and this is my backyard.
Okay, a wonderful
Dog,
cat.
yeah. Dog 316 says, I just barked your ass.
Yeah, Stone Cold Cat Austin. Love it. And your answer for the state bird of New Jersey.
I love your podcast.
A little itty bitty bird.
Okay.
To go with them big, I'll tell you why. To go with them big ass titties that'll be all over the state.
Yes, wonderful answer. What did I award Greg? 500 points? Equally, I award you 500 points. Now, can you beat the dudes, Mr. Harumi? Can you beat the dudes?
Okay, Buzz.
Yes.
My name is Elizabeth Warren, and I ruined the Democratic primary because I'm a snake.
Okay, political answer. Interesting.
Controversial.
Very controversial answer. Answer for the State bird of New Jersey. Now, what state are you from originally, Dan?
California.
Okay,
The best
so you.
state.
Well, then why don't you fucking go back there? Anyway,
The state bird of New Jersey. It's the eagle that's also a gas station attendant. So you pull into the gas station and the eagle comes down and pumps your gas for you, and you get to stay in your car because
That's pretty good. I will also award you 500 points. Now, Greg is awarded an additional 100 points for being the closest. Anthony, question. Go ahead.
Yeah, can I say this, man? Everyone talks about how the American eagle is going extinct. You know who's really going extinct? The American factory worker. That's who's going extinct.
Hell yeah,
Another
man.
political statement.
Yeah,
Wonderful. He turned his back on
boy.
that one. Fantastic. A shot at Elizabeth Warren and then an uptick for the great American workforce. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, Greg gets an additional 100 points because he was actually very close. Greg said the whooping golden, what was it? The golden whooping.
The golden whooping bird
Yes,
of
you were-
Saskatchewan, New York.
That part you didn't add. That would have taken you farther away. The state bird of New Jersey is actually the American goldfinch. So you had gold in the name. That's as good as correct.
I'd like to say something, and this is
Yes.
something that I've been trying to say for years. Birds don't abide by state lines, okay? Birds fly everywhere. Birds don't know borders, okay? Just like America, okay? Open the borders, let Mexicans in.
Three great political statements from our contestants, and I couldn't be prouder. Harumi, can I
I
get
thought
some?
basketball was over, but motherfucker, I just saw a slam dunk.
Hip Hop Nation.
Brendan, go ahead. By the way, this is a fucking great quiz.
Harumi, can I get some kind of upbeat, fast-paced movement music? Not at all what I was looking for, but
game show music.
welcome.
It's not game show music. That is the music you play every episode.
Welcome.
It's catching on, though. I feel like people are starting to react to it.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, or should I just say gentlemen? There's no ladies here, to the surprise lightning round. You know what that means. We will go around the board going, Greg, Anthony, Mr. Harumi, you each have to name a fish, any type of fish. And if the next person cannot name another fish within 5 seconds, they are the designated loser. Greg, start with the fish.
Wait, what? We got a buzz?
No, just name any type of fish.
What kind of fish? Dead fish?
Any fish. Yeah, that counts. Anthony, you.
I know a dead fish. Her name was Nicole.
Hell yeah, dude. I fucked it too. She just laid there, man.
Okay, Anthony, your time is running, though. In actual
You want
fish,
it, make
we
it
will
known
be,
that you want
You
it.
know, something so like bass, maybe, we were looking for.
Oh, bass.
Okay, Harumi, a fish.
Tuna.
Greg, another fish.
Gold.
Anthony, another fish.
It's sticky wicky.
Okay, Dan, another fish.
Swordfish.
Okay, Greg, another fish.
The great Alaskan marlin.
Anthony.
Angelfish.
Dan.
Catfish.
Greg.
Yo, Nicole, bro. That bitch just laid there.
He said her twice. I will give him a
No, it's a
warning. The
different
round
one,
will
though.
continue. The round
Because she
will
was different. When
continue.
Anthony fucked her, and then I fucked her, she has a different person, you know? Because you just change.
The lightning round will continue with the stipulation, no more Nicoles, even if it is a different Nicole, which Greg specified it was a different Nicole.
Might be a
in this
Nicole
case.
problem, to be honest with you.
Yes,
Yeah.
Anthony, to you, type of fish, no Nicoles.
Time for an investigation. Blowfish.
Okay, yes, Dan.
Horsefish.
Is that a fish? Does anyone
is a
know?
fish.
Greg, can you ask Obama?
Hey, Obama, is horsefish a fish?
Well,
Anthony?
Yes.
Sounds right to
Okay,
me.
Greg, a fish. Lightning round continues.
I would go with
Greg.
the blackened ahi from TGI Fridays.
Oh, a wonderful choice. A wonderful selection. Anthony, a fish.
My man Hollywood Flounder from the movie The Little Mermaid.
Hollywood
Yes.
Flounder. I
Dan,
love
a
Hollywood
fish.
Flounder, man.
Tilapia.
Yes, Greg, a fish.
Clown, bitch.
Yes, like Dory, played by Ellen in Finding Nemo. Anthony.
Briv.
Do we have a goings about on how this ends, or
It's just when a guy runs out of fish. It could take years.
I believe his name is Brim Tampson. He is the leader of he's a separatist leader of the Quarren.
Okay, that's
Mon Calamari?
Man, he ain't a friend to the Mon Calamari.
Oh no, man, he's Sook. He's Sook.
Yeah,
That guy's Sook.
he does. He killed the prince's father. No good, Brendan.
Okay.
You don't want to toil with him in the ocean.
Yeah, I'll accept it. Dan, fish.
Yellowtail.
Okay, Greg, fish.
Bullfish.
Okay, 1,000 points for everyone. I greatly underestimated the amount of fish there were. This fucked up.
I still got 5 in the head.
I know. The fucking lightning round sucked, man. I thought there weren't that many fish, you know?
You should have said women we slept with.
Yeah.
It
Fucked up.
No, man, you did great. That was awesome.
I thought there were less fish. I thought we'd do like 3 go-throughs and then someone would be stumped, you know?
No. We know a lot about fish.
Full disclosure,
Yeah.
that was my last fish at that point. I was really, yeah.
Shouldn't have said as much. I did a great job. Minus 600 points for Dan. Now, question 5. Name 5 people. Name 5 people with animal names or animal nicknames. It's a tough one. This is a tough one.
Buzz?
TikTok. Yes, Greg, go ahead.
Buzz. I'll do an animal again.
Yes.
What? Who? What? Who said that? Man, the guy over there. What? Who? What? That's this fucking monkey I knew who was coked up on powdered chlorine. But he retired.
Wait, hold on. But permit me to ask a question.
Permission granted.
Did he retire? Did he retire from doing the powdered chlorine, or was that separate? He retired from a job.
He retired from life. They buried him in the veterans funeral. He wasn't a veteran, but he just he knew a guy. He said, I'll put the monkey in, take my uncle out.
Okay, wonderful. Can you name 5 people with animals in
5?
their name or in their nickname? Yes, I said it the first time. Don't pretend I didn't.
All right. Well, I got Mickey the fish, mobster. Finn, that guy you knew from Finland. The Finn. He stole your girlfriend.
He didn't steal her. I stayed with her. He made out with her.
Mickey the shark.
Stuff.
Mickey the shark? Are you counting it?
Where's a little context, maybe?
He was a mobster. Famous.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Sammy the bullfish.
Sammy the Bull is pretty good. No, they don't all have to be fish. It's just an animal in the name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They don't have to be fish. That's hard.
Tiger King fish.
It's hard, but he was just saying fish. It's not that hard, I guess.
Huh? The
That was pretty
Monkeys, the
impressive.
band.
Okay, 5 for Greg. Can anyone care for the steal?
Misa. Buzz.
Yes.
Misa want to help the Jedi's against the Mon Calamari, but us Gungeon don't have the numbers. Well, Jar Jar, we do need your help, Jar Jar. Well, I don't understand. I don't understand why we have to help them. I don't get it. Well, Anakin,
This is verbatim.
you
the
would
episode
never
of Clone
really
Wars.
get it, as you don't get things. As I worry that you're too close to the dark side. Misa definitely will help you guys. Annie, Annie, I love you, Annie.
Why is there an English butler marrying Anakin Skywalker? I am loving it and yet pulled. I am pulled because of your artistic liberties you're taking with the Clone Wars show. And none of them are animals.
Yes, five
Jar Jar's
people.
an animal, man. The
Five
Gungeons
people.
are animals.
The Gungans.
Five people with animal names or nicknames.
This will be tough.
And you've got to do 6 to top Greg because he did 5 and 4 of his were fish, which was pretty damn impressive. Plus, I don't know if we're counting each of the monkeys individually. No, I think only one because the band was named the Monkeys. And each guy wasn't named like Monkey Dave.
Oh, so we're
Greg,
not able to do that. Okay.
No, so you've got to get to 6 to top Greg.
Beetle Bailey.
Nice.
Wow.
Great poll.
That's a home run.
Wolverine.
Yeah, wonderful.
What about the news guy? What about the news guy with the beard?
Wolf Blitzer.
Yep. And let me.
What about the bounty hunter?
Stop right here.
No.
Right here. Pause it.
No,
Dan,
what?
Do you have some emotional music? Not fucking emotional, man. It's not fucking emotional.
Makes me pretty emotional.
I wanted some tear jerkers because that's 60 points to Greg. What other game show? What other game show other than Beat the Dudes do you see one contestant helping another contestant?
Yeah, because I don't play for money. I play for mic time.
Yes,
I just like talking.
Well, that makes it less sentimental, but still helpful. Still helpful. 50 points to Greg. Anthony, continue. You've said Sabretooth. You're up to 4.
Dog. The bounty hunter.
5. Now one more and you top Greg, my friend.
Remember the Joker's friend, the little guy Batman would fight?
Yeah, I do know him very well.
Danny DeVito?
Well, also,
Spider-Man.
Well,
okay, 6.
if
Do
you
you
do
care to-
superhero names, that's easy.
Yeah, that's
Remember the guy who ate the fish
No
in
one
Batman
did it.
Returns?
Oh, yeah, the penguin.
Yeah, 7. Now, I was thinking of real people. I didn't clarify that, so I accept all of your answers. But if, Anthony, you want to keep going.
Wolfman Jack.
Because obviously Dan is going to have to try and top your answer. You're at 7. Think about sports, man. I mean, it's full of them.
Yeah, totally.
Because nicknames are included.
Larry
Yeah.
Bird.
Hey, there you go.
Yes, there you go. 8. Greg and Anthony are now, the dudes are now playing as a team against Dan. They're up to 8.
Did you screen freeze, or is that just how you look?
It froze.
No, it didn't.
That froze.
Okay, 3
I'm
seconds.
I'm at animal
Okay,
quiz.
8. Dan, can you top 8 people? Now we've known they can be fictional or real. To beat the dudes, you've got to get 9 people with animal nicknames or real names.
Tiger Woods.
Whoa!
That seemed like the obvious one. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I didn't think about it either.
Is that guy's name Bobby Slayton, the pit bull?
Oh, yeah, Bobby
Yeah.
Slayton.
Gotta
Sure.
That
count
guy's funny.
it. Gotta count it.
That guy's he's a savage. Pit bull.
Yes,
football.
certainly.
Oh, man.
How did we miss Pitbull?
Damn.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, the dudes win. Anthony specifically, but since Greg helped him, you each are granted 1,200 points. Wonderful work. Dan, you tried some of the people you could have gone with that you didn't were the Black Mamba, of course, Kobe Bryant, Bear Bryant, the Big Dog, Glenn
Bear
Robinson.
Grylls.
Bear Grylls, Crocodile Dundee, Anderson, the Spider Silva, Jake LaMotta, the Raging Bull, Jack Nicklaus, the Golden Bear, Dennis Rodman, the Worm. Of course, we've got
Spider Greco.
Yes, Spider Greco, certainly. Robin Williams. Anyone else named Robin?
Robin Williams.
Michael J. Fox, Tony Hawk. John Cougar Mellencamp,
Damn, dog.
But overall, you guys nailed quite a few, and I was quite impressed. An additional 70 points all
Lenny
around.
Hummingbird. No one talked about him.
Totally.
Yeah,
He had a
great
voice
work.
from Angels.
Richest Jew in the West.
Mr. Dan
Earned it.
Harumi, as always,
Earned
the civilian contestant keeps the time on the show. Where are we at here time-wise?
We got about 7 minutes left.
Well, that doesn't bode well because I am 1/3 of the way through the game show.
We'll do this all week. We'll do this all fucking week, man.
Okay.
We got another 3 minutes of quarantine.
Okay, there's 2 questions left. We'll finish on the final 2 questions because the last question takes some time, boys. And by the way, thank you all for tuning in to another fantastic episode of Beat the Dudes, where we've got every week we come in with Hollywood Anthony DeVito and the Big Shot studio exec Greg Stone, and they're facing off against a civilian contestant, and we see, can anyone beat the dudes? Now, question.
Who ordered the art for the table?
I did. I ordered 2.
Oh, you did? You wanted the 2?
The 2 arts, please.
Okay, I'll get to them later, I guess. Go ahead.
Don't know. I don't quite understand that bit.
It's a little inside.
Second to last question. There is only one mammal one known mammal that can fly. What is that mammal?
Buzz, bat,
Yes.
boom. Give me my money.
Okay, but you didn't do a buzz in. Minus
Buzz.
50, but correct it. Okay,
Hey.
go ahead.
I'm a dog. I'm running for president. I'm a fucking Chinese person, but I'm a Chinese dog. But we don't really count races here in dog world. It goes more by color of your skin, spots.
Okay, and
Brown.
you're saying bat.
Bat
your
or
answer.
human?
Yes.
Humans
now,
fly. Tell me humans don't fly.
They do, but bad news, good news situation, my friend. Bad news, good news situation. You just hit on the ding-a-ling-a-ring-dong surprise question of the day. That wasn't the question. There are no points awarded for bat. The points will only be awarded based on the poem you spontaneously compose related to bats and the coronavirus.
So you needed me to do it now? Coronavirus
Yes.
bat poem?
Yes, that's the real
Darkness.
question.
All right, I'll do it, man. It's easy.
Dan, hit him with a little music under it, please, Dan.
Don't ever turn around. Don't ever
Sorry.
I don't want music. Here we go. Now we're talking. Let me come in on this. I'll be doing this for the rest of the podcast, so no one else talk for the rest of the podcast.
There is a final question. Do you want me to not do that and leave
I was
this?
just kidding. Let me come in on this one hard. Darkness, radar, hanging upside down. Why is everyone covering the face masks? We all wear masks. Some to cover from getting sick, but some to show you who I want to be. You don't need to know that my mom beat me. I wear a mask. I use radar. I hang upside down in a cave. If I bite you, you might get rabies, boy. That's it. That's done. That's it.
1,000 points. Wonderful. Final question.
Did someone take a picture for the social media? I don't know how to do it.
Sleepy time. Harumi, put your glasses on.
Why?
See squinting.
Oh.
Harumi squinting.
Yeah, but
This final question is long. Do you want to just forego it? And
No, we'll do the last question, but before we get to that last question, we can go a few minutes over. Harumi, do you wear glasses?
No.
Because I see you squinting sometimes. You might need to go see an eye doctor.
Well, I got the my sound cues and stuff on the screen too, so I got to be cutting between,
Is that why you're squinting?
Yeah.
Doing this? You shouldn't have to squint. You should be able to just see like this.
And I'll cut in here and say, this is another thing you don't get. You don't get this on your average game show. And that's why Beat the Dudes is tops, because it's not every day a contestant steps in and takes a genuine concern for another contestant's eyesight. You never saw that on Guts, for instance.
No.
You never saw a guy halfway up the aggro crag and say, hey, is your ankle okay, Michael? I'm a little worried. That wasn't a thing. So
Did I ever tell you I got a piece of the aggro crag?
Well, go tell your story, because I have an aggro crag story that's funny.
It's not even a story. I went on the show and I fucking wiped my ass with the contestants. And me and my dad beat the shit out of every fucking contestant. Walked out. Outside, there was this other guy. He was a coach and the kid, and it was like dad and son game. And he was like just literally screaming at his kid. And my dad walks over, and the guy was like, stay the fuck out of this, old man. And my dad was like, leave the kid alone. The guy goes to punch my dad. My dad moves. He puts his hand through the glass, right? My dad grabs him on the ground. My dad was Italian. He was a big fighter. Has him up has him fist his face. And he looks at him. He says, live or die, man. And the guy went, die. And my dad went, wrong. And then he honked his nose. He went, honk, honk. And then we laughed. And then we walked away. We didn't check on that kid, by the way. He still had to go home with his dad.
50 points. Now, the final question. No buzz-ins necessary. Everyone gets an answer. Name and explain your favorite animal in great detail, perhaps even incorporating a story or fable. Length of answers will be greatly taken into account for points given. So
I'll go last because mine's going to be the best.
Okay, Dan, you are first. Go ahead. Your favorite animal in a greatly embellished story.
My favorite animal is Seabiscuit. It's a horse. It was a horse that grew up in poverty, and nobody told that horse that he would ever. They always told him he's never going to win the Kentucky Derby. But he trained, and he trained every day, and he studied the books, and he
what books?
The horse racing books, the manuals,
okay,
the classics, Socrates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he trained every day, and he kept training until one day he met a man, and the man told him the secret to horse racing. And it turns out the secret to horse racing is inside, because the track is just the track.
Blood doping. You dope those horses up. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, pretty much. But it was a great horse. Seabiscuit the horse.
Wonderful answer. Clap. Can we have some audience? Come on. Yeah, there we go. Anthony, Mr. DeVito, the dude in the bottom right corner, as always, one of the great stars of Beat the Dudes. What's your favorite animal in a very elaborate telling?
Yeah, so as you know, when I was but a younger man, I traveled around the great country of Thailand by myself, up and down, left and right, from hooker to highway. There I was. And I boarded a bus. And I had so many plastic bags of Colombian cocaine on me that the cops naturally boarded the bus. And they said something in Thai. I don't know what they said. But I stood up and I said, if you're looking for a fight, you fucking got one. And I took out my baggies of cocaine and I showed them right to them. And they said something else in Thai. I don't know what it was that they said in Thai. but they took me. It took a lot of them. It took 8 of them, but they brought me to the ground. I bit one of those son of a bitches' faces whole. Just like, did you ever see the footage of that guy on the highway in Florida with the bath salts?
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I made him look like a plate of chicken pot pie. Do you know what I mean?
No, but I do know what you're getting at. I don't think the analogy quite adds up, but yeah, I get it.
Sorry, it's cold in here in the Arctic. So they took me to a Thai prison, and they said, you get one phone call, and I said, sure. And then I prank called the prison, and I ordered 1,000 pizzas for the prison. and then they said that they said, we're gonna kill you.
Right? Who said this? The prison has said this to you?
Yeah, the prison said that to me.
Wow.
And I said, okay, but here's the thing. If you drain some of my blood, what you don't know about me is that what runs through my blood is what you hold sacred in your country, and that is the great elephant. For I am a descendant of Dumbo, the greatest of elephants. And they set me free because they had to, because it's part of their religion.
Yes, of course.
And then
go on.
Froze again. They set me free, and then that's how I met the king's wife.
So, elephant is your favorite animal?
Yes, elephant.
Excellent telling. Excellent telling. Now, for the ending the show, this has been another fantastic episode of Beat the Dudes. We've got one last. Hold on. You know how I do things. We've got one last dude to query, and this dude is known. Dan, you may never have caught the show, but this dude is known as a mastery of the tale. And so I turn the mic over to the one and only Greg Stone to prevail us with the story of his favorite animal.
Now, I'm going to answer your question with a question.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of this tale, I'd like for you guys to take one guess at who this animal is. Now, imagine this is how it started. I was at a famous play with my mother and father. And yet, as the play came to an end, I was too scared. I was too scared to watch the play. So I came out, and my father, the richest man in all of town, said, "Let's escape this play, for your fear has gotten the best of you." And I said, "Thank you, Father." And we walk outside. Oh, and there was ice-hearted Jack, criminal mind, homeless man, pulled a firearm on my father, and he shot my father, and he shot my mother dead in the alleyway, crime alleyway, we call it now. And I said, "I'm so sad now that my family is dead. What will we do?" And my butler, Jurgens, said, "This is your home now, master." And I said, "It's my father's home." And he said, "You go in that bedroom." And I said, "That's my father's bedroom." And he said, "That's your bedroom." And I said, "Burn it to the place, to the ground, the whole place. I don't care." And then I went on an adventure all through Europe, learning different ways of fighting. I was in a prison myself. And they said, "You're in here with us." And I said, "Wrong, bucko. You're in here with me." And I jabbed and punched and jabbed and punched. And then I took to the streets to save Earth of my town. Correction. I saved my town from the bandits that are Raj Al Ghul. And I said, "What animal shall I be?" And they said, "What do you mean, what animal should you be?" I said, I'm a superhero. I got to be an animal, right? And they said, "What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense." I said, "I shall be the animal that I dread so that enemies may know my dread." Do you know what animal that is? You guys do that.
A bat.
Anthony?
Sea lion.
Hurley?
Dog?
No. It is the animal I dread the most. It is a whale, Brendan's mom.
Well, that's been another episode of Beat the Dudes.
Hey,
If
Brent-
I could
Brenda, can I say
Yeah,
one thing about you?
Sure, why not?
You look like Kurt Russell. You look cool.
Yeah, totally.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Don't say totally. You just insulted my mother.
Yeah, I didn't insult you.
Trebek doesn't put up with this shit. Let me tell you the points. Greg comes in at a 12,017. Anthony surprisingly comes in at a 12,017 as well. Harumi adding it up quickly, 12,015. Once again, no one can beat the dudes. Take us out.
And that is Beat the Dudes. Stick around after this for the Impractical Jokers. You won't believe what they got going on this week.